So, you want Tiffs to become the best man you can possibly be, huh? I respect that. So, let me give you some tips to be the best man you can possibly be. What I want you to do first is get control of your breathing. I recently read this book, right? It's called The Oxygen Advantage. I believe you should read it too, because it's got other things I'm not going to talk about here. And so, what it states, right? The most optimal form of breathing that you can do, instead of doing deep breathing, which was thought of as peak breathing, what I want you to do is breathe through your mouth. No, 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 I'm joking with you. Breathe through your nose, not your mouth. And there's these few little things they do. Instead of breathing deep, you should breathe light and not as often. And there's this test they do. So you inhale, exhale, and then you pinch your nose and you hold your breath for as long as you like don't get the urge to breathe. So if you score over 25 seconds, that means you have very little to no breathing patterns wrong. And that is like your goal, and you can go more. And what this forces your body to do is change, kind of like what you do weightlifting. You put on muscle. So what you'll do with that is like your body will become less. You'll need less oxygen because you won't feel so bad when there's less oxygen in you. And when you breathe light and you have less oxygen, more blood goes to your extremities and more blood goes to your brain. It helps clears anxiety and depression. On to my next point here. Controlled discomfort. I believe this is the second biggest tip on this list. Like in the morning you should take a cold shower. You should work out. You should go for a run. You should be discomfortable in your breathing pattern. I mean, you shouldn't be extremely discomfortable, though. Just discomfortable to a point where you're like, I don't want to do this. But there's a thing that'll keep you going there, which is my next point. You need to build up your discipline. And what this will do, right? Discipline is the ability to do something over and over and over again. Even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. So I want you to try to build up your discipline with working out, You can just look it up if you really want. Because I'm going to head on to my next point here. What you should do is cut out your bad habits. Like masturbation, bad food, spending too much time on your phone. And an easy way I found out to do this is to do this thing where you so what you do, right, is you visualize the exact opposite, like the worst case scenario, and then you visualize the best case scenario, and then you trick your own mind into thinking that you don't do it anymore. Don't view yourself as quitting something. View yourself as I quit something. And even that way, like, people will be less, they'll have less reason to try and peer pressure you. My next point is mindset. This guy on your screen right about now, he is a stoic man. So, what that means is that he's in the pursuit of betterness. He doesn't let his emotions get the best of him. He keeps himself in check. So, I want you to adopt a better mindset. And that mindset shouldn't be for someone else. It should be solely for yourself. And your mindset should be that I have to do this. Be grateful that you get to do it, but you have to do it. And my very last point here. You already have a reason. Like a purpose. But I would like to believe that it is not strong enough. So, kinda like with the bad habits thing, I want you to view the absolute worst case scenario. And while you're viewing that, there should be enough reasons there for you to pick out your why, your purpose. And honestly, you should write it down because you probably won't remember it. Like every single waking moment of the day, so you should probably write it up and put it on your wall. So, yeah, that's 6 tips to become the best man you can possibly be.